Hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video I'm planning to work on my skid plates. I want to improve them, but we'll see how that's gonna turn out. And what I want to do, I want to redesign my skid plates. Because when I started making my first skid plate, which is for the engine, and it was halfway going towards the radiator, I did not have this bumper, so there was nowhere to tie into the top. So that's why I have it like in two parts over here that are bolted together. So I think this is, first of all, it's a weak point. So if I used to hit this with rocks or something, I'm afraid this might bend in, and the radiator is right there. And another thing, if I need to take that skid plate down, I need to disassemble almost 3 skid plates. I need to take this one down, this skid plate, and the other one over there. So this is something I want to deal with. And of course the engine skid plate is kind of hanging low. There is like a good almost 2 inches of space in there, so maybe I should do something about it as well. And when this bumper and the skid plates was given to me, my friends, they also gave me this skid plate, which works perfect from here to cover the radiator. So even though I like how my skid plate looks, how I design it, and all the time that I spent making it, cutting those holes, I just want it to be more safe. So it's one piece covering the radiator, so it's more rigid. So I'm planning to take this down, and I'm gonna try to see how I can make this skid plate work over there. I may have to build a new bracket, and then I may have to redesign the engine skid plate. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna start taking all of this down, and I'm gonna start looking what I can do with this. Both skids are out. That skid gave me a lot of problem to take it down. First of all, it's big and heavy and bulky. If it was to be just one for engine, it'd be easier to work with it, but it's hard, and I don't know, for some reason the bolts were not coming out. So now I'm gonna look at this skid plate. Don't pay attention that it's blue. I'm gonna paint it black. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna make it work over here now. All right, so this is gonna be something like that. So of course the bolts and the holes over here, they match as they're supposed to. Now for the bottom over here, I'm gonna have to take these brackets out, and I'm actually gonna need to fabricate a new bracket, because originally this is supposed to come with a bracket for there, but it didn't came with it. But it's okay, I'm sure I can make something happen there. So yeah. Let's see how that's gonna work out. All right, and my brackets are out. The one I made, they seems to work pretty good. Almost didn't even rust it. So now I'm gonna put this skid plate back over here, and I'm gonna look what I'm gonna do over there to secure it over here. So yeah, let's see. Probably gonna put an iron angle over there and just make a hole here and here, and we'll see. Well guys, there is always something. So as I came to realization that this skid plate was not meant for 2-inch body lift. I guess they sell 2 different versions, for one with a body lift, one without. And as you can see, when this top is tied in, the skid plate is too high up. So I have few options. I can leave it like that, build a new bracket and leave it as it is, but then I'm afraid the rock's gonna be hitting on this, and this is not really good. I don't know even how the camera angle is over here. I'm definitely gonna use a 3/16 angle bracket, but I'm still not sure where it's gonna put it. I would like to bring it down lower. So in order to achieve that, what I can do, I can actually put like a metal shim over here along the way, so that will just tilt the bracket, this skid plate lower. So if I loosen up these bolts, basically like that, so I will have just a little gap over there. Well, I'm not gonna have a gap because I'm gonna have a spacers there, but then this gonna be flush, so this is good. So I can work with that. I will just have to build up and put little shims in there, which is no big deal. So now I can start working on this bracket, marking it where it's gonna be, I will have to adjust the angle on this as well, because this needs to be actually like this, flash. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of things to consider. Well, it's kind of getting late actually now, so I started this project late today, but I wanted to get a head start to see what I have to deal with, what I have to modify, and sure enough, I have to modify a lot. So I need to figure this all out, how I'm gonna make this happen. And then not only that, I have to redo this skid plate because I honestly don't like it anymore. I have to redo it. So gonna work on all of that, and we'll see. Probably gonna continue tomorrow.
The next day.
So this part is done. I welded these tabs over here, and then just have to make a holes, so this is gonna get bolted on. I also have to weld these parts in, but also I cut these 3 pieces of steel. I think they're like 3 by 3.5, something like that. So because this is kind of too narrow, the skid plate doesn't reach all the way to here, so I'm gonna weld this like that, 3 of them, and that's where the skid plate is gonna get bolted on. It's gonna overlap slightly over here, so basically it's gonna be like that and like that. So in the end, it all should be good. So now I'm gonna be working on that, welding these 3 pieces inside here. All right, so this is all welded. Now I'm just gonna have to let it cool down, and then I'm gonna start sanding this and just working on the edges, making the edges nicer, and then I can start marking the holes for the bracket over here, and then align the skid plate and make the holes over there. Okay guys, this is what I made so far. Might not be pretty, but hopefully it's gonna be all right. So now I'm gonna start marking up the holes for here, where exactly I need to make them, so I can drill them, mount it, and then I'm gonna align the skid plate to this and make the holes over here. Alright guys, so after some struggle with matching those holes for the bolts, I kinda got it. So now it fits. This should be good over here. So now I can put a skid plate and mark these holes where I have to make these 3 holes. Alright guys, all the holes are done, and for the bottom one where the skid plate is going to be mounted on, so now I can take it all off, clean it, and I'm gonna paint it all of it black. So the bracket and the skid is painted, so now I'm just gonna let it dry and it's gonna start working my engine skid plate. So that's gonna be a challenge as well. So I'm planning to cut up my skid plate, the very first one I did, spent so much time and effort working on it, but I'm gonna try to redesign it now. I'm gonna cut it all along the way over here, all the way up, and then I'm gonna cut it all over here, all the way up, and then I'm gonna add another piece flat welded over here, make new holes. That way it's gonna be way lower, it's not gonna be like almost 4 inches drop. And then this part over here, I don't know, I'll see how I'm gonna secure this to the front. But yeah, I think this is salvageable. So both ends are cut. Now I'm just gonna weld this piece over here. This is more than enough, and then it's gonna be 3 holes over here again, holding it in the back. Now it's almost a halfway skinnier than it was before. Before it was way too, it was bringing it down too much. Now I feel it's gonna be much better like that. So gonna see how that's gonna work out now. Alright guys, our bracket is ready, it's all dry, so let's mount it up in place. I'm still gonna use the same 4 bolts that were holding the front sway bar. Let's see. So now I'm gonna get a wrench and just tighten them up. Alright guys, so working on this skid plate, redesigning it. As you can see, hopefully you guys can see, right now it's much more higher, so there is more clearance between the ground. I think I made it like halfway higher, so I'm gonna try to show you what I did there, of course, once I take it down. Just checking right now for fitment and everything. Gonna mark the 3 holes over there now for the bolts. and then I'm gonna mark some holes over here. I'm not too sure where I'm gonna mount over here, but as you can see I left a little bit of lip here, so that's gonna slide over. And then over here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but basically there is room, still room. I'm clearing everything, so yeah. So let me take it down now. Well, actually first let me mark the holes over there, double check that everything aligns, and yeah, this is coming out much better now. So now, because of this little indentation on the frame, as you can see over here it sticks out lower, and over here as well, because my skid plate goes all the way up to here and up to here. And not to have a dead space in here, I'm gonna weld a little piece of this 1/2 inch square tubing on the skid plate. Not the full length probably, even just little piece in the middle, maybe 6-7 inches. That way it's gonna be supported from here, over here in the middle, and over here, so it's not gonna bend or anything. At least that's the plan, so I'm gonna do that now. So basically this piece is gonna be welded over here, because right here it's already supported on the frame, and over here, so that's all gonna be fine. And just for the middle support over here, gonna weld this like that. Just make sure that it's not gonna interfere with the bolts, washers and nuts. Hopefully not. Alright, so I cleaned everything up over here. So this is gonna be something like that. So now I'm just gonna weld this piece in place, and gonna check one more time, make sure it fits. Then just gonna clean it up and paint it. Alright guys, so the plate is ready. I actually cut out 2 more holes over here for drain of water and dirt and whatnot. It's been suggested to me last time, and now that since I'm redoing it, decided to make 2 holes in there. Now I'm gonna finish it up, cleaning it up, and gonna heat it with paint. So over here I'm using 2 40mm long M8 bolts, but for the middle over here I'm actually gonna put a long bolt going through the whole frame, a bolt like that, with a big thick washer on the top, because on the top there's a big hole there, but like that should be fine. So originally I was gonna use these bolts, but I could not find any longer than 5 inches, and for over there I need like 6 inches. So in the end I switched it to this, which is 7/16 I believe the bolts, and this is 6-inch long, and it's also gonna be much stronger, so that's even better to hold it in the middle. So gonna put this one in now. All right, and that looks way better now. The way it was before, sticking down so much over here, I really didn't like it, but now this is so almost level with everything else, so that's pretty good. And now I have those 2 big drain holes as well, and this is at the angle, so it has a better chance of sliding over, so that's pretty good. I'm happy. And of course I still have space over there. I don't know if you can be able to see it, but there's still space. So now all is left is just to put the radiator skid plate. Alright guys, the project is done. My skid plates are redone, and now I'm more happy. I just need to go and take a cold shower. It's super hot today. It must be 96 degrees or maybe over 100 degrees. What a perfect day to do some welding and work on outside. But that's just me. I'm gonna miss my skid plate that I did for radiator, but I feel this is gonna be more secured because it's a full length, not the one I had. It's a junction, so I feel like it's more secured, stronger right now. Of course I use all new hardware over there, and this bracket should be much better right now. I don't think this is gonna break. I'm gonna test it but I doubt. I use new bolts over there. They're a mix of 9 grade and 10 grade bolts, so that's better. And the engine skid plate is way up now. It's much better, and I like this transition as well. I don't think I'm gonna get caught up on any rocks over here because I left this, so this is gonna slide as well. And these bolts, I don't think they're gonna matter. I can always cut them if they gonna get damaged or over the rocks. I can always cut them from the top. There's plenty of space up there. Actually I can mount some stuff over here. Anyways, I really like how this all came out. And since I'm working on the skid plates, well, I'm taking everything out because I'm doing something else. I actually took down the other skid plate and I made a hole in it as well because it was full of dirt and mud in there, even though I tried to wash it. So hopefully now it's gonna be all draining out all the time. Another project successfully done. Like I said, I'm gonna miss my skid plate, but maybe in the future, if I ever get more steel like that, I may redo it the way I did it. I don't know. I don't know why I cannot just leave it as it is. I always find some stuff to do to my truck. I think I have issues, guys. I don't know why I can just leave it alone and just relax. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you might find it helpful, and as always, until next time, everybody, bye.